So hello guys, today I am going to make the create mod video for this basically thing because we didn't get enough the likes of the previous video for the skyblock. Okay, I said I will not make another video, and it's definitely not the correct amount. So while the world is loading, I'm going to wait basically. So apparently I'm not using only the create mode, because I have like a whole bunch other modes for basically everything what I need and what I don't need. And let's say I forgot how I was in survival as the start of the game. So yeah, I changed, I checked, I saw like, okay, filters, I don't know what are they still. Of course goggles, the first ones goes, because otherwise I'm usually forgetting and then I have a struggle double checking. And I'm going to find some good place, but yeah, I saw the village, so I went straight there and started to look for the place where I could make my basically how to say, the thing for water, the water thing. And yeah, I took the one. That's one of the commands what I have in my setup. And yes, try to find better place. Set. I forgot how. There should be as well the command cut. I'm always forgetting that command, so. But it's actually much easier to. Yeah. Sometimes I'm forgetting about the double lines, and yeah, how it was. These ones I will need water wheel. Yeah, water wheel. I probably needed to watch the video before as well again, like to remember, because I recorded it in the daytime, and my free time for the voice covers is evenings, and I did a bunch of the stuff. So yeah, that's the way how you don't how you're not supposed to put the water wheels. And closer, no. Farther, no. Maybe, yeah, finally. And for the stress amount of each of them, I spotted how one water wheel who makes 128 Sooos don't actually have enough stress capacity. So that was actually crazy. I didn't know if that will actually work or no, but still it actually went through kind of good. Yeah, mechanical belts, I basically didn't just do something what I'm good at. I decided to test a bunch of stuff before, but I forgot to test them on the water wheels, because yeah, like I was thinking, okay, I will make something interesting, and yeah, I made no spoilers, but there are kind of good things for like 2 players. Like if I would have a buddy who would want to help me, like, and we would want to make some kind of the project, like this thing, this mod called create is very good for stuff like prisons and stuff like that, because you have a lot of variations what to do and you don't need to make a flying machine. And I know not everyone is good at this, so you could actually make simply one what goes on the front, on back, as like I had it. Yeah, if you see what I'm already doing wrong, then please don't judge me. Please. I basically made the opposite of the speed upper. I made the slow downer, and they're actually kind of good. For some reasons they are actually good if you need to make something with the slower machines and you are not like me in the creator. And yeah, then I remembered, oh wait, there was supposed to be big wheel and small wheel then. This is kind of weird. To be honest, it's the first time when I'm doing the voice cover for my own video. I don't know how I actually managed to put it there, but probably because of that big wheel. And now I decided I will make a belt going down from there. It is actually a good idea to make them there, like going there, because not always you want them to be in the way. Like if you want to make some cool machine, you want to get all of these things, the rotations, the double rotators, everything you want to get out of the way. And I think actually I'm wasting time here. I'm not doing any good stuff because I made a mistake and I see it now. Like if you see why it doesn't connect, there a rod and there a rod, belts don't go like a plus. Silly me. And I'm like watching and wait, why? And then I even turn my camera, turn my view to the sides to match it, and then I'm like, what the? And yeah, I didn't know if I will actually do the voice cover. It shows me, dude, you cannot put it there. And then I make it a little bit different. Wait, you cannot put it there either, but you can from the top. Shift hold to take it off the marker. It's kind of good. Oh, green! Yay, belt! Oh no. Please don't judge me if I'm even making less sense than ever. Like this project is well, kind of actually new for me and neither the smartest, because I'm usually going in the ways how I make my own machines using basically the old redstone. Yeah, I decided I can make it there, why no? And then I was like, oh, I need to dig down. Oh, I need one more. And I'm like thinking, oh, nah, it's fine. I don't know what I actually tried to do. Like I was thinking, okay, I want to make something cool. And then I thought, okay, I could maybe make an pop-up elevator to the lower levels. And when I realized I can make on oh no, okay, I'm not gonna spoil it. Actually, I will probably speed up this because it's gonna take a bit. So this is actually the moment when I try to make something to make it more useful as like recall mechanism, but I made a small mistake. Actually, not a small one. Oh, something stopped. Everything looks moving, but it stopped. Then I decided, oh, maybe I can send it back or like check what's there and like what's happening, and wait, missing component. Then okay, gearbox. No, I didn't need gearbox. I tried actually other ways, but because of that, how I tried to stop something with different moving systems. So yeah, it went always berserker as like I didn't know what to do, and I was like thinking, oh no, maybe I can make it as like a way up elevator for other ways, like when I need to get up to call back the elevator. But then I realized, wait a second. Oh yeah, before that I tried to glue stuff like a redstone torch, and because I thought how like they're interfering like only with one, tried the lever activator. This didn't work. It was actually painful to admit, but I was like, oh no, I maybe need to cut it out, but then I thought, and like, oh no, it actually looks cool, but it's like opposite of rotation for already opposite of rotation. I was like, oh yeah, I could send myself up. And then I tried as well, like, oh, I can make more stuff, and I was like, oh, I can cut the thing off, like, and I can make it for the person. And again I failed it, like no, the best thing is still in front, like I'm not spoiling anything yet. Okay, I'm making a mess there, but you must admit it looks nice. Though when I try to call the left up, it is actually sort of working, but it retracts that one, and that's actually bad. It's like it leaves the gap, and I'm like, oh wait, and how I'm supposed to get this thing again? Oh, falling down isn't the best. And I tried, oh, maybe I could then glitch through, but no. Neither way, this thing is going to kill me. I was like, oh, maybe I could make the coolest video ever, but apparently I cannot. It's something goofy. Here I will actually make another time lapse, because I'm now trying to decorate my laziness and my ugliness into something better looking, because it would look actually awesome if it would actually be the prison's thing for like getting people up and down, but not for the single player. So speed lap time. So at this point I decided to throw that previous one off, like seriously off. Like I decided to make something more useful and actually more fun. And I set it to 1 point, then I tried to configure where will be the second, and then I spotted like water. That's not a big problem. And I basically made the second corner like around here. I didn't want to make something extremely big, and I was like, oh, we'll try the glitch from the Pocket Edition. How if you're flying and braking, then it goes like instant brake. And I was like checking the coordinates, and oops, lava, our best friend in the Minecraft, you know. You cannot have ever too much lava. It was sarcasm, by the way. And now cut. Yeah, no, not cut. The thing. Fill air. Set air. And voila! Nice big gap for the pistons. Like, if you could see already what I'm making. And actually, I didn't finish it because like it didn't go as the planned. I was thinking maybe I could make something more interesting, more useful. Like, everyone loves super secured bases. Everyone loves prisons and stuff like that. But did anyone know like you could actually go like this? Like I saw in one video Mambo tried to make the flying machine, and I was like, yeah, oh, that's kind of spontaneous idea. And now I'm basically going by the fast crouches, and boom, oh, 1 line left. So now I am around the moment when I need to remember where I started, because I didn't make a box. I didn't make it look nice from the top of the views, but like you need to see kind of like how I did what, because it will be a lot of quick speed ups if I will make a speed up. But I decided to make the start like with talking currently over, because like this idea was kind of cheeky one. Like I put the pole in, like I extended it till there, put the pole there and extended there, and quickly thinking how could you connect these two, how they would rotate at the same speed and the same way. Simple. But now I had an issue. I had to figure out how to push it up. Like making another chain for one side will break the rotation speeds, and we will make kind of like halfway going up, half down. And I figured it out, but when I were testing in the another world, what I will show later, I spotted how these chains are interesting, and I basically used this small feature already in this video. Like you can put the pole in, and you can put, I used some random block where it can stick in the correct position. So I forgot about the branch, how it as well exists, and now I just need to figure out, and I took something what I think kind of is not fair. It's Creative generator. It generates the speed. You can change the speed. You can make a lot of cool stuff with it. I will show it later, trust me. And I decided, okay, I can extend the poles now. And actually I could still extend them as well, but the main feature in this project is to make exactly the same length, because if it will not be the same length, one of the sides will be pushed up too high, because apparently if you glue the stuff with the glue, it doesn't work in the correct way how you want it. And yeah, I spotted something, like I basically saw, yeah, how I need to be able to flick it up and off, and added the speed on the 80. If you crouch, you can modify it by the singles, but I didn't want to, I didn't need to, and I was like thinking, where's my inventory? Messy already, like why it is messy. I took the grass because, like, why no? It's a grass field, so I wasn't sure if it would actually catch all of them, so I tried to glue them together. So that probably made an issue, like, but I glued only one side. Like, yeah, then later I will fix it. And I saw something interesting. In Creative, you make like this, and you can actually multiply the glue if you can break it and collect it as like stuff. If you don't collect it as the stuff, that's kind of sad, but and yeah, now I'm looking where's my gear shifter, and I would like how it was called again? Gear shifter. Oh, it's gear shift, but it is gear shifter. It shifts the gears directions. As soon as it's activated, should pull them down, and I'm like, what? Because of that, how I glued them too many, like with them sticky pistons, they were like trying to pull each other, but they couldn't, as like the whole thing were going bananas. And I'm like, okay, removing. You can see I put it only in one side, and now it had glue in both sides, but nah, it's because I put it in front and back, so I joked about the multiplying. And now I'm checking, like, oh, it comes down, and there is one flying piece. Oops, I forgot to glue it. And now I'm like, oh, now I need to figure out how to make it. Yeah, I can do like that actually. That's actually the way how I was thinking in that moment. So I'm not saying like, oh, I forgot what I'm doing. No, I'm just trying to voice over the thing. So, and because of that, how I were like kind of afraid to do some mistakes on the sides, because they apparently can pull things by two with the ease actually, but not by the whole like thing, you know. And I was like, okay, one side I'm putting glue because I was lazy to use the scroll, and maybe I should probably just bit speed up. And I'm like testing, okay, it comes down, so it will go up. And yeah, the issue was because of the four of them trying to push and pull at the same time the same object, it didn't allow to. And the reason is why I don't hold it in the second hand is it glues too much, and I need exactly for each piston each part. And now I'm like, oh, I think, oh, yeah, and then I spotted like, oh, there was this hole, but it had a water still from the oceans, like, and it was actually pulling the llama in, and I was like, I actually spotted this on the record, on the playback, and I'm like, I can pull them like this, and you can see it pulls up like by the quarter. Like I was thinking, okay, yeah, I can come here and switch it on, switch it off, and it comes nicely in this moment, nicely, almost like a whole thing, because the speed is the same and pulling, basically everything is the same there. And I'm testing with the app, and I see the small gap, but as soon as it stops it becomes nicely green, but when it flies up it's like an ghosty green, and I don't know why. I will need to check actually one day with the gateways if I can move the gateway to the location where I wouldn't be able to move it before. Like I'm now basically placing the foundations for the tiny house on that big platform, because I'm like, and the thing is, like, I'm placing the foundations for the walls currently, and I'm like thinking, interesting, can this thing hold the door? And I'm like already approximately an hour in, and I'm like, oh, glued, okay, that's good. And I'm like, okay, let's make a second layer, but this time I want to make a window. So I left these two gaps on the purpose to make a window, and I didn't know if I can actually glue the window in, as it's like, it's glass, it's not always movable. And I'm like, oh, how I can do this, how I could glue the second part of the door into the frame, because yeah, you cannot put glue on the top of the door. Like you can see, I tried to click it and it didn't work. You can still open and close, and I'm like, wait a second, oh yeah, that green thing is from the glue, it shows where is glue. And I'm like, whoa, and I'm like, oh no. And apparently you actually don't need two sides of the door to be glued, and you can glue the window in. And I'm like, okay, I need to go. Oh wait, that cobble doesn't look good. And I'm replacing all the cobble because it would give out how it's kind of interesting house, and the way how I made it kind of a villager house, though there was some minor issue, and you could see some of the parts could go smoother, some of the parts were going harder in, like faster and slower, but even though they were basically going by the same speed, it was kind of weird, and I was like confused, but whatever suits, it suits. Like I double checked if it was actually the dark oak, because if I would take the another dark type of the, what was the spruce, if I correctly remember, and I was like, oh, there's glass for dark oak. It's as well with the mods, but it's with the different mods, and I was like, okay, let's test this, because normal glass could be movable, and I knew some of these glasses can be movable, but I wasn't sure if every glass could be movable. And though I took the risk, and yeah, I spotted the zombie. I was like, okay, hello neighbor. Not like a game neighbor, but in the game a neighbor, and I was like thinking, okay, I can make a nice pattern roof, but then I spotted, wait a second, there's something off, but I need to put something in. I tried to use the same thing as in the Pocket Edition. You can put the lanterns on the top of the things like these, and I was like, oh, maybe glue is misbehaving. No, it wasn't glue. It was just you cannot put on the top of the stairs, on the top of the upside down stairs, and it's kind of, oh. I was like thinking, okay, I could actually put, no, I need brown bread, brown bed, not bread, because like it will suit in like, I'm like, okay, yeah, villager house, okay, not the most fanciest, but yeah, and I'm like, oh, I heard something weird, okay, let's get it back down, because I heard something and I thought it was a breaking bed, because bed, and I'm like, oh yeah, it breaks. Then I tried something else, like I thought maybe because of the blocks how they're moving it is breaking the bed, and I was like, okay, I could make an armor stand who holds a bed, because in the Pocket Edition you can make an armor stand with the arms, but here you have without the arms. And I'm like, wait, what? That's my reaction at that moment. And like, okay, how I can then put it up there? Like, okay, I decided to put the armor stand on the top of the lantern. As it's basically movable, I tried to glue it, but I didn't need to glue it because it's movable object. You can move armor stands with the water, with the slime blocks, and make awesome things. And I was like, I hope it will be fine. Then I tried to make a small storage system with the basic needs of the Minecrafter. It's a chest and a furnace. And I was like thinking, oh yeah, I could make as well the crafting table somewhere. Then I was like, oh wait, I need rail. Regular powered rails would mean I would need to push them slowly. And now it went nicely actually in, like straight away, but I tried to push it on the half slab, but no, it's not working. Then I thought, oh wait a second, I could put like this. I glued it on, kind of a big mistake. You will see why. And it's like, oh, it's actually nice looking, and put the half slab there. Put it like this. Then I'm like, oh wait, I can push it like that. So roof must go for now. Pushed it there. And for a weird reason, I didn't try to click it then. I'm like right click to open, and I was like, where's the stairs? And I'm like, there are no stairs. Okay, already messy inventory. Okay, and I will go with the slab for the roof. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, wait a second. I just remembered I could put it there. Oh my, I could put it in the chest. How every time people can use it by that, like in that way, but not, yeah, that's not working. Okay, let's go test number 1. Hey zombie, let me use the lever. and it is bringing it up, and I'm like already seeing something weird through the window, and like, wait, what? The minecarts got through the slabs while they're moving. As they're movable, I could access it. I couldn't open the furnace for some weird reason, so must go. And I removed that chest, but yeah, I will probably make later something cooler, but it's not gonna work as the villager house. I was like thinking, okay, I will probably not do the voice cover as like my thingy is still messed up. But then I decided, wait a second, I want it sort of to be kind of automatical. I don't want to go each time down and flick the lever, as basically every single days of the things can be powered by the regular Minecraft redstone. So bridging, boom, search. What? Oh, I misspelled the daylight sensor I wanted to write. I almost wrote saylight sensor. Redstone, 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 redstone. Oops. Jumping daylight. Okay. It is powered up. So it's pulling down in the night. So wrong. Should be pulling down in the daytime. Time, set, night. Whoa, wait a second. I was like, wait a second, I am in the night already. Okay. Yay! And yeah, if that would be actually working, how beds wouldn't break. Like, villager was already ready to go there in, because it was looking nice, and I was like, oh wait a second, I could probably fix the issue with the bed and put the glue and that, and now okay, let's put that and bed just for the test. I took the white bed because I was like, that's the first one what you can easily get, and I'm like not picky anymore. And I'm sanding manually, and I see bed is there. Where is bed? Where it is? And I'm like, I saw it going up, not like the last time. It was actually going up, and I don't know why did that bed just disappear. And I'm like, what? I saw for the millisecond the bed was there, and I decided, wait a second, I have a daylight sensor there, I can test it like this. And time set night, it goes up, you can see it moves a little bit off edgy parts. As soon as it stops, it forgets how there was the entity in that block. I won't even sleep there because I wanted to see what happens. Like, it's like one time hotel thingy. Because as soon as it stops, it forgets how there was such entity, and boom. And I'm like, okay, glue, no need for that. But if I would make it as like a working station, it would actually be cool. It would be a flipping cool working station. I'm like, wait a second, what's happening there? I tried to get that villager way back then there to see if he would stand on the grass block. I didn't think about putting the bread there or something just to lure it. Lure that villager. And I'm like, oh yeah, forgot. It's too sharp. And I'm like, wait a second, I will try. Wait a minute. I didn't actually need that much blocks. I needed one extra. Because you can put on the 2 blocks, but you can go only by 2 blocks wide. So I started to demolishing stuff. Oops, sorry villager. And I'm like removing these barriers to get him there. And try to push it as it's possible in the pocket edition to push such entities. But maybe for the villagers I will make something more fancy. Like, it's not falling through. It's not willing to go there, even though it was spawned there for such purpose. And there are a lot of wasted potential. And I don't know what's with that villager, why it didn't just go. Yeah, I wrote what I wanted to write on the sign. I wrote in the search. So think how frustrated I was already, more than an hour in the video. Actually, yeah, like I don't know if I want to actually to keep this. Like, I knew it's movable, so I wanted to put the sign and like failed house attempt. Oh, wait a second, it doesn't go next line. Attempt. But wait a second. Oh, wait. Glue. Don't glue the signs. Okay. I was like thinking, okay, I could do something else then. Chocolate bucket, honey, like bom. Quill. Yeah, it's probably to save some stuff into the world's edits. Like, you can copy paste with the command blocks and world edits as well. The creative mod, not creative, create mod, allows you to do it with the papers. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be the fun part, though it's a bit laggy. So test alpha do 2, because I had test alpha 1 for a different, and when I'm saving the maps, I'm saving them all. Like, you could actually see, if you closely look, there are the corners. That's what I tried to make there. How you can lift up and down. It is lifting up and down, though it have a multiple engines. Oh, generators, sorry. So I think the issue with it is it needs more than one generator, because like, oh yeah, the drill is making for me a cobblestone generator with a max speed drilling, with max speed pushing, redstone clock quickly going. Next time I will remember when I'm willing to talk about something like entities. You see, when it moved, it didn't break a single block. This is for as like a hoe, and I tried to get all of them, and then I was like, missed one. And while I broke, oops, it's a hoe. You can see it's basically mechanical, engineerical, never breaking hoe. And because of the water there, there was actually crops, and the first machine could actually harvest and replant. I messed around with the things, like that's basically what I tested a while. Mail system, like if someone would want to give you a mail, even though I tried to make it as like secret and fancy, like oh yeah, I tried to make as well that command block is for the indicators, ladders, basically Johnny's, for the pigs, as like the spawner weren't working, and you can see it is flicking through the items as like it is picking up. You can see before there was a name tag and different items from there, and yeah, I take my time to go around because it's maybe not as the slowest machine because it's on the max speeds. It is actually a bit laggy because of these things and few other things, like all the belts are generated as the entities, moving entities constantly, and all the knots, everything is except these dudes. I made them on the purpose to be slow, and yeah, you could see they're going like low speed, and that's, yeah, I forgot, that's not for that these displays are for the dudes who are recycling stuff constantly. And yeah, I have a lever, like it's kind of supposed to be like a safety room, because who don't need a safety room? Even though you are in the creative and you don't get triggered by the mobs, you still need a safety room. And these things, I don't know what they do, but they look nice when they're fitted and they're like whoa. And I'm like, I forgot to lock the front door. But then I decided, wait a second, oh, my mail is full. My mail is full. I picked up some of the stuff to clear the belt because yeah, there were some things stuck there because it doesn't load all of that. There's no unlimited items on the things. I closed the door like I wanted to go underwater to show the pipe what is sucking the ocean. It's not changing the level because of the Minecraft mechanics, but it is sucking it up and filling the big containers in there. And that's basically it for today. Thanks for watching.